If you're struggling to stay consistent on any platform online, then this video is going to help you out, because I'm going to walk you through the entire content creation process, how I plan, how I organize, and just how I get so much done in a week. This is something that I get asked a lot on Instagram and also on YouTube, because if you might be new around here, but if you're not, you might have noticed that I post quite a few content pieces on, so I have this YouTube channel that you're watching this on, so I post every week on this channel. I have a second YouTube channel that's more like lifestyle and cleaning, home decor type of channel. Then I also have a blog, and I also have an Instagram. I actually have 2 Instagram accounts now, but just one main one. So I create quite a lot of content in a week, and this is not a process that came overnight. It's not something that I just kind of, I just knew how to do. It's something that I've kind of perfected throughout the years, because I have been online for years and I've been doing this for so long that I feel like I've kind of gotten into a routine. I kind of know what my strong points are and what my weak points are, so that I can work around those. And to be honest, the best way that you can stay consistent is to create a plan, to create a schedule for yourself, and to stick with it. Because that's what it is. So I'm going to show you today exactly how I do that. And if you are new around here and you have no idea, I'm Madeline, and I'm actually a mom as well. So actually a lot of people assume that I do this all day long, like I just sit and create content, or I'm just on Instagram all day long. And that's not true, because as I am a mom, obviously my child does go to preschool, so I do have those morning hours when I can get my work done, but that's just a few hours every day, and then for the rest of the day I don't really work that much. Sometimes I will do work in the evenings when I can have to catch up on editing or things like that, but for the most part it's just those morning hours that I count on. So I'm going to show you exactly how I make the most out of those little hours that I actually work on creating my content. Now, I still create quite a lot of content, so if you look at my schedule, it will feel like a lot. So you might not be there yet. Like if you're just starting out, you do not need to create this much content, because as I have done this for years, it's gotten easier and just faster for me to film videos, to edit videos. Obviously, the more you do it, the faster you get at it. So don't beat yourself up if you can't put up that much content in a week, because this is definitely something that you learn in time. So whether you're here because you want to create consistently on Instagram, on your blog, on a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what platform, this is going to help you out. And I'm going to show you exactly what tasks I do for each of these platforms every single month and every single week. And the reason why I have decided to do this video is, for one, a lot of people have asked to see how I stay organized, but also I feel like consistency is so underrated. Like a lot of people want to know the strategies, the tips and the hacks, and how to grow, how to do this, how to get more followers. And while all of that kind of strategy part I feel like is important, and you do need to learn about SEO and just everything that comes with growing online, a big part of it is actually just staying consistent, because you could learn all of the strategies from the most experienced guru out there, but if you're not consistent and actually taking the action and putting in place all of those things that you learn, it's just pointless. So you do need to stay consistent and create that content and put it out there. Don't stop second guessing yourself. And I know a lot of people second guess when they post on Instagram, when they post on their blog. And the thing is, you just need to get over that and think about the people that you're helping with your content, and just put that content out there and keep creating consistently, because it's those little pieces of content that you put in every day and every week that are going to get you the results. So yes, strategy is important, but it's just as important, if not more, to actually stay consistent with your content creation process. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through my 3-step method on how I stay consistent and organized on social media. So step 1 for me is I do my research for ideas, I brainstorm, I do keyword research. And if you guys want to know how I do this exactly, I can definitely do a separate video on it, because I feel like there's a lot to cover under that topic. But this is what I do. So I go on to Google search, depending on the platform that I want to create content for. So for example, if it's for my blog or YouTube channel, I would usually go on to Google search, Pinterest search, obviously on YouTube as well. And I will just look through ideas, do my keyword research, and I have a few tools that I use for that. But mostly you don't need to pay for any tools. You can use absolutely free tools as well. For example, for my YouTube, I use the TubeBuddy extension, which has a free version as well. I think I'm on the paid one now because I wanted a few more features, but you can absolutely use the free one. For Google, you can absolutely just use Google search, the suggestions that Google gives you, and also that little box that says people also ask. In Google search, that gives you so many ideas for content as well. And that's things that people are actually searching for, so you know they want answers to that and they want content on that. So yeah, do let me know if you want a video kind of separate on exactly how I do this. But while I'm doing this, so while I'm doing this kind of keyword research and ideas search, I will make a Google Sheets list. I mean, you probably already have a Gmail account, but if you don't, you can create a free one and you will have access to Google Docs, Google Sheets. And basically I will create a table, like a full spreadsheet of all of my ideas. So I have a separate one for my blog content, I have a separate one for my YouTube channel, and I also have a separate one for Instagram ideas. Now for Instagram ideas, I will search for topics on Google and Pinterest just to kind of see what people are, you know, looking, what they need help with in my niche. But I will also scroll onto Reels, for example. So I will scroll to find trending audio, and I will create kind of a sheet just for Instagram Reels where I have my topics that I want to cover and also the trending audio that I want to include. So this kind of planning out ahead of the ideas makes it really easy, because let's say you put in your to-do list, today I'm going to film a YouTube video, but you don't already know what it's going to be about. Then when you sit down to actually film it, it's going to be so overwhelming because you don't know what you want to talk about. Or if you want to create Instagram Reels and you just take out your phone but you don't have a plan in advance, you're just going to feel so overwhelmed and you're more likely to kind of procrastinate and put it off and just not get it done. So having this plan in advance really helps a lot. So that's step one. I just create these spreadsheets of all the ideas that I want to create on. And I also have a notes app on my phone where I kind of write ideas as they come to me, because if you guys are on social media, you probably already are on Instagram every single day or on other platforms as well. So when you're scrolling, you usually get an idea in your head sometimes. Write it down. Write it down in your notes app because you're going to forget otherwise. But just having that little note where you keep all of your ideas is really helpful, because when you do go to kind of plan out your content and schedule it into your week, you already have those ideas, so you don't have to come up with them at the top of your head, because that's really hard to do. Like, it's hard for you to just sit there and assume what people want to see from you. It's much easier to go out and find it yourself or write it down when you do get an idea for something. Okay, so that's step one, is to create that spreadsheet of ideas for each of your platforms. Now, step two is to create a board for your month. So I use Trello boards for this. It's free to use. So I just create a board for each month, and that's going to contain my monthly schedule of the exact content that I need to create for that month. So I'm going to go and share my screen with you so you can see exactly what my Trello board looks like. So let's go into this month's board on Trello. So we are in August. So this is what my monthly plan looks like. Now it might seem a bit overwhelming, but I'm going to walk you through what everything is on here. So in August, I basically just create this board. You can do a nice background to it, which I find really nice just to kind of have that visual inspiration board. And then I will create 4 lists on here. So I've got week 1, week 2, 3, and 4. So I also write the days of the week, just so that I kind of know what week we are on. And then for each week of the month, I will go ahead and insert, I can have this template that I go for each month. So I have the main types of content that I need to create every single week. So for me, the first type of content that I create is I create the newsletter that I send every week to my email list. Sometimes I also put on my board to write in my Facebook groups. And then usually I will have 2 YouTube videos for this channel that you're watching right now, so Madeline Blogs, and this is the kind of blogging and social media tips. Then I will write 2 blog posts for my blog cappuccinoandfashion.com, which will usually be the same topics on my YouTube channel. So it kind of depends on the week, but for the most part it's the same topics, because I like to create video content and also blog content and kind of interlink. That's a really good strategy if you have both a blog and a YouTube channel. If you have no idea which one to pick between a blog and a YouTube channel, which one would be a good option for you, then I will link a video that I did recently where I kind of walk you through how to make that decision and which one is best for you. But yeah, so I've got 2 YouTube videos here, 2 blog posts, and then I also have another YouTube video, which as you can see, it's kind of labeled differently. And this is for my other YouTube channel, which is actually my main one. And that's for like cleaning and homemaking and things like that. So these are the main types of content that I create every single week. So I have 2 YouTube videos, another YouTube video for the other channel, and 2 blog posts. So that's kind of my main thing every single week. And then as you can see here, I actually already had 1 video to film this week because I had one previously filmed from the other week, so that was kind of a bit different. And I label these because it just makes it easier for me to see at a glance when I'm looking at my board. So the way that you label it is you just click on one of these tasks and then go here on the right to labels and just give it a color. So obviously it depends on the type of content that you create, but for me, I just made pink ones are for this channel, yellow is for my cleaning channel, and then blue is for my blog. And then when I check one of these tasks, so I will either go in here and create a checklist. You can do that here on the right, and then you will see this checklist here. So I only added film here because that's kind of the main task that I do that day, but you could obviously also add edit, create thumbnail, publish, everything like that. So I have added that here, and then when I tick this checklist, then it will show me that I have completed this task. And I also do the same for my blogs. So for example, in this blog post, I have keyword research, outline, write, add photos or graphics, and then I just do some final kind of proofreading, SEO check, and everything like that. So that's those are my tasks for a blog post. And then for the other YouTube channel, for example, I've got film, which I also kind of write sometimes the amount of time that it will take me to do. So filming, voiceover, editing, and then thumbnail and upload. So that's kind of how much it takes me to create one of the videos on my other channel. The videos on this channel actually take me a shorter amount of time, just because they're more structured and it doesn't take me, like, cleaning your house and filming it takes a lot longer than just filming a sit-down video like this. So it obviously kind of depends on your channel. And if you look at this schedule and you feel like it's overwhelming, like it's too much, obviously you have your own content strategy, so you don't have to create this much content. And again, it took me years of practice and just kind of doing these tasks over and over again until I got to do them more efficiently so that I could create more content in a shorter amount of time. But again, the more you do it, the easier it will get and the more efficient you will be. And then I also wanted to share on the last week of each month, this is my batching week. So what this means is on the last week of each month, I try my best to batch create some content. So I don't usually batch create the content for my main platforms. So what I mean by main platforms is the rich type of content, so the content that's long form, in depth, and that's blog and YouTube. So that's kind of my rich content, and that's hard to batch create because it just takes a long time. So I just like to spread that out during every single week. So for rich content, again, you will see 2 YouTube videos, 2 blog posts, and a cleaning video as well. But I have created this week's content. It's going to be a bit shorter, so these videos will actually take me a shorter amount of time to film rather than these ones. So I have kind of kept that in mind because I know during my batching week I have a few other tasks that I need to do, and one of them is some admin things behind the scenes that I don't really enjoy to do, but they have to be done, like the accounting part of things, the tax, keeping the receipts, statements, invoices that I send to brands, everything like that. So I do put that on my list every single month. And then I have obviously the regular tasks that I do. And then here at the bottom, you will see with the purple label, these are the batching tasks. So I will batch create content for my Instagram actually. And I've got outfit pics. Now I wrote 10, but sometimes it's more than this. And I will also take different types of photos for the next month. So during August, I will plan out and schedule all of my pictures for September for my Instagram. And then I also film reels for my second Instagram account. And again, I do this monthly. So I will film around 10 reels for my other Instagram account. And this takes me, I would say, about 2 hours. So I will sit down and film a whole bunch of them, save them in my drafts and on my phone, and I have them ready to go throughout the next month. And then I also create kind of more, I say infographic, but it's not actually an infographic. It's just those carousel type of posts on Instagram. And I am also on LiketoKnow.it. And on there, I schedule some of my posts as well in advance, just so that I know I have those going out and I don't forget to post them. And if you don't know what LiketoKnow.it is or RewardStyle, I will link down below a video where I talk more about this. It's basically an affiliate program. So if you're into the fashion, home decor industry or niche, then you might want to watch that video because it's going to be a good one for you. But yeah, those are the tasks that I batch create during this week. Oh, and I forgot to add here actually, I will also create Pinterest pins usually. So I create Pinterest pins for each blog post that I write. So when I write this blog post, I will also create the graphics, and in the graphics I include Pinterest pins. So I do create that every single time I make a blog post, but I will also take once a month usually some time, like an hour or two, to batch create a bunch of pins, and I create them for all the blog posts that I want to kind of revive, bring more attention to. So I just create a whole bunch of pins and I schedule them in Tailwind. I will link down below Tailwind as well. But yeah, that's pretty much my schedule for the month. And now I'm going to share with you how I actually plan this for every single day, so that I know what I'm going to do. So the way that I do this is I take my phone out and I create lists in my notes app. I'm going to share my phone screen with you as well so that you can kind of see what I'm doing, but I've got just a regular notes app on my iPhone. So as you can see, I have created lists for every single day of the week. So I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I will go into Monday, and then here I will look, let's say I'm planning week 3 of August. So I will start by putting in all of these tasks into my daily schedule so that I can see what I need to do every single day. So send newsletter, this is going to go on Monday. So I usually send my newsletter on Mondays. And then also for Monday, I will film my YouTube video, this one. Film YouTube IKEA must-haves. So this is what I will do on Monday, and then I will also, under this, I will edit the video, create the thumbnail, edit the description box, and then upload. So that's what I will do for this video as well. And I won't publish it on this day. I usually publish it the next week. So I create my content a week in advance. On Tuesday, I usually batch film again. So I will film how I stay organized. And then I will also film a blog post fast. So I will batch film these 2 videos. So that's my Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I will put edit videos. So the ones that I have filmed previously, these 2, I will put thumbnails, upload, and obviously the description box, everything like that. And these will be scheduled for the next week as well. Now that's Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I will write my blog post. So I will write how I stay organized. And that's obviously the video that you're watching right now, but I will also film a video on how I write a blog post super fast. So that's coming up soon. If you guys need help to write a blog post really quickly and save you a bunch of time, then this will be a good video for you. I will link it when it's up. So I write the blog post, and obviously that goes, I will outline, write the actual text, create pin graphics and images. I will do the SEO part. So there's a whole bunch of things that go into creating a blog post. So that's on Thursday. And then on Friday, I will just do my last blog post, pin images, and SEO. And that's my schedule for a week. That's how I create my content. And that is how I schedule my content for each month and each week. And that way, when I wake up in the morning, I just look at my notes app and I know exactly what I need to do that day. Because I've noticed when I wake up in the morning and I don't have a set list for that specific day, so I just have, say, a huge list of tasks that I want to do for the month. If I look at that list, I get really overwhelmed. I don't know what to start with first, and I just end up doing not a lot, and I just kind of procrastinate. So that's not a good place to be in. Obviously everyone works differently, but for me, if I wake up in the morning and I have a set list of the 2 or 3 tasks, the main tasks that I need to do that day, I'm much more likely to get those done because it's not as overwhelming. I know exactly step by step what I need to do. So I highly encourage you to give this a try. Do give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful to create your own content. And let me know in the comments below if you struggle with anything when it comes to being consistent and staying organized, because I would love to help you out, maybe make more videos on the topic. So do let me know in the comments below what you think. And yeah, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!